Good afternoon, everybody, or good evening, and welcome to WCFL DolFans Talk. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. It's a miserable, dreary day here in Brooksville. Storms are coming, and for now, let me just go ahead and bring on our co-host, Mr. Dolphin Winters.
My guy, what's going on now?
You know it, the same old shit, just a different day, except it's going to get worse.
Well, I'm like this. First thing first, I want to send my thoughts and prayers to everybody that's going to be affected by this current storm heading in your direction in all areas that are involved. That's if you can evacuate, please do. If you can't, then sit there and hunker down the best you can, and I pray for the best, for real.
Yeah, we all do. This morning, what's weird, and it's something we said about weathermen all the time. They get to pay to be wrong. Yesterday morning, it was a tropical storm. It wasn't going to be anything more than a tropical storm.
Right.
And then, say hurricane, a strong hurricane 2, maybe a low 3.
Right.
Okay. This morning at 5 o'clock this morning, it was a hurricane 2.
Right.
7 o'clock, it made hurricane 3 status at 125 mile an hour winds.
Right.
Before lunchtime, it was a hurricane. It was a category 5. Right after lunchtime, a category 5 at 175 mile an hour winds.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. What's up, AP Ryan? Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Appreciate you, AP Ryan. Definitely.
It's only going to get stronger, bigger and stronger at this point. Gorilla Luke's in the path of it. We're in the path of it. It all depends on where it's going to exactly make landfall, on how bad things are going to be. But this is considered to be an Andrew-type storm, like it went through, Homestead in 91 or 92, whatever it was.
Damn. I was afraid you were going to say that.
Yeah. I am not going to North Carolina at this point. I am taking all my supplies that I've collected, all the money I've collected, and I'll be cooking for people here breakfast, lunch, and dinner over on the beachside areas where they're really going to need it. There's going to be people that aren't going to be able to get out of their houses, and we're going to work on a delivery prospect of doing that. People aren't going to be able to get to their houses.
Right.
I mean, even if we're lucky and it goes down to category 3 by the time it makes landfall, it's still a direct hit like that's going to be devastating.
Yeah. Going to Tampa again. Crazy.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Johnny?
Yo.
Yeah, be safe down there, brother.
I'm doing everything I can. I got the generator all set, electric start generator. Got some extra fuel for it. Got fuel in the car. Tomorrow morning we're gonna flip a few things over to keep it grounded. But if it comes in at a category 5, it doesn't matter whether it's flipped over where it's at. We're talking 175 mile an hour winds or more.
Yep.
Like I was just saying, they're talking tropical storms. All it's going to be, and next thing you know, it's a Cat 5 already at 175 mile an hour winds.
I saw one report. It said it was a Cat 6 at 199.
Jesus Christ.
Well, if that's so, it changed in the last half hour, 45 minutes or so.
I saw that about an hour ago.
It might have been it could have been. It was about an hour ago the last time we looked at stuff. So they've never even recorded anything that high before.
I know.
So, Evan Stepp, Steven Taco, Joe Rist. If you can evacuate, Joe, I would evacuate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really have no place to go with all these animals and stuff. And honestly, we're on a hill. We got very little around us. So I'm not too worried about us as much as I am worried about like my in-laws' house, which they're leaving tomorrow, because at least we have a generator and things to crank things up. My in-laws have nothing, and they're on a lake, which if they get as much rain as it's looking and stuff, and who knows what else.
Mm.
They can't, if the wind's blowing like it's blowing, there's a possibility. There's still tons of debris on the roadsides that never got picked up from the last storm.
Right.
So that's going to get all over the place, and you're not going to be able to get anywhere.
Right.
So I appreciate it, Ryan. Right now, it's just best for us to stay here to keep it, because we have our daughters south of us. She's in a more newly constructed townhome that's all cement. Even the second floor is cement block.
Okay.
It all depends on where it's going to hit and what category it is when it comes at us,
Right.
when it makes landfall.
Yep.
Anything bigger than a 2-story, Joe, I just don't trust these days. After that collapse of the condo building down in Fort Lauderdale area a couple years ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's going to be crazy. We're doing okay. I've never, honestly, truly, I've never worried about hurricanes coming in. I've always like it's a hurricane. I've been through it before, But this one, there has never been a recorded hurricane coming straight across the Gulf like this one's doing.
Right.
And this one is bigger, is stronger than any other hurricane you've ever heard of.
Right.
When is it supposed to get to you?
It's slowed down. It was originally supposed to be Wednesday morning. Now they're saying Wednesday night, somewhere around midnight or something. And that's the worst when it's at night.
Right.
Because you can't see nothing.
No, that is the worst.
What's up, Color? How you doing, Color? It is Victory Monday.
Yes, it is.
It is Victory Monday.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh.
That's a hurricane warning for me.
Right. Yeah, it is Victory Monday. And to the two other gentlemen that's on this panel that picked against the Dolphins, the only victor right here that almost predicted the actual score. Somebody else almost predicted the score in the wrong direction. Hint, the guy to the left of me. I was like, oh my God. I mean, all jokes aside, man.
Here's a drink to you, Saul.
I appreciate you, brother.
I said I was picking against them until they showed me something, and they still didn't show me nothing.
I mean,
no,
listen,
they really didn't.
I'll say this. This is what I will say to both of you guys. I think McDaniel actually heard us and started to run the fucking ball. And I'm going to tell you guys both, we got a stud in Jalen. Jalen Wright.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Jalen Wright. But look at what Ingle did.
Oh, he was one of the MVPs of the game. I got a couple MVPs of the game. I think I consider him, because I'm going to say this, and I'm happy that you brought him up. The reason why I make him the MVP of the game, because if it was not for Mr. Ingle and certain blocks, we wouldn't have had nice large chunks of runs that we did. He blocked for us when we needed to, and we need to continue to do that.
Well, what I love about that is that they gave him the ball for that touchdown,
absolutely.
for him to score that touchdown, which he did. So to me, he is, yes, I agree with you. He is a major MVP of the game.
Definitely. Shout out to Tyreek Hill for making a game-changing play on offense, which he turned the defensive player in the defensive player to turn into an offensive player in the end zone. If it wasn't for Tyreek Hill, knocking that ball out of that man's hands, this game could have been completely different. So I got to shout him out. Definitely shout him out. And I'm going to be honest with you. Huntley is starting to look a little comfortable in this system. He really is. This is his second game as a starter. He actually sat there and had some mistakes. Yes, he stared down some receivers and he tried to make some things happen. And let's give it up to the New England defense and the New England team for all those nice penalties and keeping us in the game, because they did keep us in the game, because they had to make the makeup call for our roughing the passer, which I looked at it and he slapped him. It was like a slight glance, and I'm like, "Are you serious? You gonna call 15 yards on rating for that?"
Well, you hit him in the head.
I'm going to go for another one that should have been called. Was a helmet to helmet on a Chan.
Yes, I was going to say that.
And I was furious about that. I mean, I'm like, I dead blast seen it right off the bat, and they're just going with it as he's laying there, no flags thrown. I'm like, that was helmet to helmet.
You never lied. You can hear it.
You could hear it, but he was leading with his head.
Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear it when I seen the play actually happen. Because shout out to Pamela Dolphin. Shout out to Pamela Dolphin and Hooked Up Joe. I was on this Discord first to watch the game, and then I went to DoFu live streaming and watched the rest. When I seen the play happen, I'm like, well, where's the flag? And no flag came out at all.
Well, Javon Holland's got a broke hand.
Yep.
Well, that means next man up, and that's what it comes down to.
Come on, he's a safety. He should be able to play with a broken hand.
Mm-hmm. He should.
Oh, yeah, he should. Yeah, but will he? No. More than likely not.
Well,
but
we'll see.
Another thing we got to talk about.
Okay.
How come Josh Allen is not in concussion protocol?
Exactly.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. That was the $1 million question. I was going to ask that too, because I mean the way he looked after that,
he went totally limp.
Yeah,
he was knocked out cold. And you're supposed to be spies in the stand to see stuff, and he doesn't get taken off. They take him in the tent, hand him smelling salts. He smells them and goes back out. Come on, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But hey, listen, the Houston Texans and Mr. Stephon Diggs beat his nemesis, so that's all that really matters of that.
Hey, they pulled it off. And CJ Stroud's my quarterback in my fantasy league.
Well, he can't be your quarterback that week when we play down there in Houston. I'll be honest with you, family. You don't want CJ Stroud to get off on us like that, because I'm going to tell you.
No, I don't. But that's the only quarterback I have in my fantasy football. I hope he does totally shitty when we play him.
Yeah, man.
I mean, the defense played well yesterday. I mean, they gave up some plays, but that's going to happen. Overall, I thought they played pretty well, and they had a couple spots where they had other guys coming in to fill in, and then, I mean, you only give up 10 points, so.
I tell you what, every time I watch our defense, I do love them, but the player I love more, and I see why he's been playing for 17 plus years. Is Calais Campbell.
Yeah, Calais Campbell. That dude. Man, them boy. I'm gonna be honest with you. Shout out to Coach Weaver. Shout out to the pressure that he brought. Shout out to the adjustments that he made. We knew this was going to be a defensive battle. We knew that defense was going to keep us in the game. And like we said, and like I said earlier, thank you for the penalties, New England. We appreciate you, because I think they had more penalty than what we did. And
we still had too many penalties.
I mean, we did, Paul, but I'll be honest with you, it wasn't as many as that it could have been. It was not as many as we've had in the last previous few weeks. Yeah, we had a few. We had a couple, but it wasn't as bad as it was in the Seattle game and the Buffalo game and in the Tennessee game. So I'll take a couple here and there. I mean, if you can get a clean game out of all phases of the game with no penalties, you are the man. But I'll take a couple penalties. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Crossman should not have a job after this week. I'm sorry. Special team coach, sorry, bro. Nah. I'm ready.
I've been saying that for a couple years now.
You know, even Russell even said it. Russell's like, I don't know how this guy still got a job. He must got some blackmail on somebody in the higher ups or something, because there's no way this man still should have a job. Like,
Well,
really.
I say that all the time. He's got blackmail material. That's why he's still there.
That's what I said. I said he's got something on somebody.
He definitely got something on somebody, and I'm about to sit there and drop kick Julian Hill. Like, dude, what are you doing, bro? Like, this is like an every week thing. I think that's something that, you know, not just him, but I think everybody on the team should work on. But damn, dude, like, you know, even, you know what I like? You know what I like? Accountability. Tyreek Hill took accountability. He said he did something where he caused the penalty. He said, I did something. I got to work on that on the off season. I am going to work out on that on the off season. And I like that because he took accountability for the penalty that he had too. So I think these players get it, but I think this game right here showed that we could play a physical smash mouth type style of game, because it was a smash mouth type game with Mostert looking like rookie Mostert out there. He was looking, man, this dude was spinning around, doing jukes. I mean, he looked fresh.
Well, between Mostert and Wright, it was something else.
Shoot. You talking about thunder and lightning, boy, oh boy.
I mean, Wright was making holes. He was finding the holes and making them yards.
And not even talking about that. How about when he's sitting there, you think he got him down? No, you don't got him down. He's moving the crowd. That's what I like. That's what you need. You need that smash mouth. I want that content. That's what he said when he got interviewed. By a lot of different reporters, he said that he likes contact. So he is going to sit there and initiate the contact. He has no problems with that, and he gets more yards after contact. So you're seeing that now with him, and I think if he can sustain that and stay healthy, boy, oh boy, we in for a treat, guys.
Well, Joe Rist is asking, would Buffalo still beat us with their backup? Right now, I still can't say we're going to win a whole lot of games right now.
Right. I'll say, go ahead, John, if you want to say something.
Till we start putting points on the board, I worry about every game.
Absolutely. Yeah. I agree. Listen, I agree with both of you guys. I really do. But I'm going to tell you this. This is the first step that you needed. You were in a slump. You lost 3 games in a row. And you took advantage of all the teams in our division losing on Sunday. So
I was just going to say, we are not last in the division right now.
Tied for second place. After the Jets laid an egg to Minnesota, which Minnesota is balling right now, you know, and then, you know, with Buffalo sitting there and taking the L, we're only 1 game behind them. Even with the tiebreaker, they got us on a tiebreaker until we face each other again.
I want to tell Minnesota you're welcome for Andrew Van Ginkel.
Yeah, got 2 pick sixes so far this year.
Yeah, he balling, but you knew he's Flores. Oh, yeah. He's a Flores guy. I think Flores drafted him.
Yep.
Joe Rist, news on A-Chan is he's on concussion protocol at this point. Other than that, I have no other news. It's a bye week, so there's a good possibility he'll be back for week 7 when we come back. But that should have most definitely been personal foul, because that was leading with the head, and we all heard the helmet hit.
I'll say this: he should get fined. He should be getting a letter by the NFL later on this week.
Well, you did see that Jalen Phillips got fined?
Oh man, when I seen that, I said, "You got to be kidding me! Are you serious?" Like, I couldn't believe that.
What did Phillips get fined for?
They fined him for that low hit on the quarterback.
That low hit on the quarterback, it was a little over $16,000.
I couldn't even believe it either, dude. I was like, "Are you serious right now? That? Like, come on."
I mean, yeah, that was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a bye week. Get healthy. Get guys more integrated into the office or into the offense. That, you know, maybe McDaniel's change a few more things. I mean, we ran the ball a ton, so that was good.
Yeah, right. We ran the ball a ton, which was great to see because that's what was working.
Right.
And it was great to see that he didn't stop from doing that. I mean, there was a couple where he tried these screenplays again. I'm like, if you're going to do a screenplay, do it where it's past the line of scrimmage, not 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you can't run a screen in front of the line of scrimmage because then you'd be blocking downfield. The receivers have to stay at the line of scrimmage or just behind it in order to block their guy.
Absolutely.
It can still be not 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage and stuff.
So I'm like this. It's always good when you win and then you got a week off to rest and relax. And I love the fact that we get a chance to watch Red Zone this weekend and watch everybody else, not to worry about us because we can't win and we can't lose. So I'm happy about that, and I hope that, with Daniel, the coaching staff, the organization, the players get ready, man, because Indy ain't no joke and you're going into enemy territory.
Yep, I'll be there.
Hey, brother, I know you be representing.
Nana does not need to stress that much.
What did Nancy say?
She's getting on to me to tell you that she doesn't need the stress level any higher than what it is right now. So
Level 5 is as far as this stress level goes.
where I don't worry about it as much as she does. I am worried more about this storm than I've been other storms, but I still don't worry about it like she does.
Absolutely.
Well, we've got the whole family to worry about.
Yeah.
I try to get her to go up north with her family and all, but she won't leave me.
I hear you.
She won't leave you or she won't leave the animals?
She won't leave me. Which I won't leave the animals. So it's...
We're all sitting in one room on Wednesday night.
We're all going to be in one room on Wednesday night.
Do you have a room in the center of the house you can be in?
Come see us. We're in our bedroom.
Kind of, sort of. It could be the master bathroom if we have to.
Right.
If I feel it's that bad, we'll all ball up in the master bathroom. But I told her, I said, she's going to be up stressing. I'm going to be sleeping like a sound pig.
It's supposed to go south of us.
Oh, here we go. John Featherland. What's up, brother?
What's up, John?
How you doing?
Good.
Hey, Mr. Featherland, I'm doing great after being the only one that predicted the Dolphins' victory this week.
Stop!
That's cool. Yeah, well, hey, Mike probably, he changed a little bit. He changed it up.
He changed a little bit, but not enough.
Yeah.
He ran the rock. That's what changed.
Yeah.
He did. We're gonna go over to my niece's to it's built a little bit better house.
Where do you live, John?
I live in Jensen Beach. Well, I actually live on Jensen Beach, but it's actually Hutchinson Island.
Which is where?
South Hutchinson Island. You know where the Jensen Beach? Well, you don't know where from Jensen Beach. There's a causeway to go over to Hutchinson Island. And,
okay, but name a bigger city around that I might know.
Stewart, Florida.
Stewart, Florida, honey.
Fort Pierce.
Okay.
Fort Pierce. Okay.
Yeah. Center of the state.
Center of the state.
No, we're actually on the
Welcome
water.
to the hell.
We're on the
On
water.
the east coast.
Yes, we're on the east
Okay.
coast.
Yeah, on the East Coast isn't going to be near as bad as the West Coast, but it's
No,
still going to
we may
get
get a
category 1.
We may get a category 1 out of it.
At this point.
90 miles an hour or so.
Yeah,
That's still a lot. That's still rough. I don't care. 90, 190, that's still damage material for anybody.
It is.
Well, I tell you, around here, we've had, 75, 80 mile an hour winds and stuff, but it's going to be a lot worse than that. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be like an Andrew.
This is going to be a strong category 4 hurricane, probably.
It's already a 5. It's a high 5 already.
It's supposed to drop down a little bit.
I don't believe anything the weathermen say.
Yeah.
But anyway, 5 in Florida, going straight across, where it's flat land and not hills. It's going to be strong all across.
Well, it's not going to go straight across. It's supposed to actually go more north over Volusia, Daytona area.
Yeah, but the width of it.
It's not that wide. It's not that wide of a storm. That's why they're calling it more like an Andrew.
Well, Andrew hit Miami, didn't it?
And Andrew hit Homestead area.
Homestead? Okay.
But it wasn't that wide of a storm. It was a small, narrow storm, but it was a category 5 when it hit.
Yeah. Okay.
It devastated a swath of 10 miles.
And it was only a swap of like 10 miles wide, 10 to 20 miles wide that it tore up.
You're talking about the eye. It's only 10 miles wide. Yes.
And that's where the most damage, 10 miles south and 10 miles north of the eye.
Oh, I see. I thought the eye was 10 miles wide.
No, the eye is not 10 miles wide.
Okay. All right.
72 undefeated, asking if anybody was impressed with Miami yesterday. No, I was not really impressed. I was just happy. If you see my photos on Facebook, the last 2 minutes, you can ask Dolphin winners about my photos. The last 2 minutes of
that was funny. That was funny. I'm like, look. It might have not been impressive, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll be honest with you. It probably wasn't impressive, but it's about the W. You're going to play ugly games like that. We're not talking about style points here, and I get it. Everybody wants McDaniel to do this, that, this. Look, we won the fucking game, and I love what Joe Rich just said. We were 2 plays away from being winless. Think about that. And Joe Rich said it, and he nailed it right on the button, man. Like, we really were 2 plays, literally 2 plays from being winless right now. So I'm going to take the 2 and 3 going into the bye, which it could be a whole lot worse right now. And let's get ourselves ready for Indy in about less than 2 weeks.
You could say it like that, or you could think of it like this. We were playing one of the worst teams.
But we are one of the worst teams, so.
I know. We also played the worst team, too.
I mean, statistically, we're still at the bottom of the league on offense, so.
Absolutely. So we were the worst team. So you can't say that we were playing one of the worst teams because we are the worst team right now. Think about that for a second. I hear what you're saying, John. I hear this narrative that we only can beat teams that are. We are the bum team right now, John. Think about that for a second. Okay, that whole narrative of everybody saying that we can't beat anybody that's of importance and all that shit. We just beat an NFL team. Was that they had the same record that we did, and they were in our division. And the last thing I think anybody wanted to do was go 0-2 in the division and 0-3 for the conference. So let's think about that for a second, because right now that game right there saved our asses for playoff contention later on down the line.
So we'll find out. Well, I'm glad we beat a divisional team.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most important thing.
But we got to play a lot better than that to beat anybody that's good.
That's what I meant by the yeah. We do have to play a lot better, or
I fully agree 100%.
we go far. But yeah, it sounds windy where I am.
Music is my life. They say it's going to slow down, but like I said just a little bit ago, I don't believe anything the weathermen say these days. Because originally, 2 mornings ago, it was only supposed to be a tropical storm. Actually, yesterday morning, it was only supposed to be a tropical storm when it hit us, and it's already a Cat 5.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was 1 yesterday.
Well, yesterday, every time I looked, it changed. It went from tropical storm to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Cap? How you doing, brother?
What's up, Cap?
brother?
Hey, it's Victory Monday, and I don't know why I have to apologize for a victory on a Monday, man. It was
No apologies. A win is a win. A win is a win. No apologies necessary.
Wasn't you one of them other ones? Wasn't you one of those other ones that picked against the Dolphins also? Yeah, you need to apologize. Yeah, you can.
No, it's just it's weird, man. Like, his foot was in, bro. His foot was out. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, I don't make the rules.
Well, it's which I didn't know until I heard the ruling that the end zone is different than the sideline.
Yes.
Oh,
the toe drag.
Color. Oh, I remember. Color said
the sideline. You just have to have a toe in. Your toe in, your heel can hit out, and it's still good. But the end zone, your whole foot has to be in order for it to be good.
No, not if you're if he was facing the other way, he was okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Color said,
well, yeah, because he was going out.
You can't go backwards, toe to heel, and that's what he did. And back of the end zone.
Yeah, exactly.
And there was a ruling where they could that wouldn't be good. I mean,
this happened in another game earlier this year. So
toe drag, both feet, it would be good when going out of bounds. But if you're going backwards and the heel hits out of bounds, when your toe hits first, but your heel hits backwards, he said no, it won't be good.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
we won, and that's all that matters.
Yep,
it's a win. It's a W. Yep. It's a dub. Whatever the frick you want to call it.
Absolutely,
we won.
It might have been ugly. It wasn't pretty. Had a wig on it. I don't care. A win is a win, and I'm taking that win. I'm taking it.
Saul, I tell you about wearing them wigs, Saul.
Listen, man, you was the one that bought them. Shit, you was trying to get me.
Hey, so they say what? Next week the Jets play the Bills, and the Pats play the Texans, and all we gotta do is just sit back and relax.
Wait a minute. Yep. Is Rodgers out, or did he get hurt somehow?
No.
He should have. He should have the way he played.
Well, Rodgers did go off limping at one time, really bad.
Yeah, he was limping, but
I didn't see the game, so I don't know.
He played. Well, I watched it because that was the only game on here at that point. So I watched it, but
yeah, I only caught a glimpse of it where he was limping really bad.
Because I guess he's going to be okay for next week. I don't know.
No, I mean Josh Allen gets clobbered. Doesn't even go in the blue tent. They give him smelling salt, and he goes back out there and plays.
You literally just said the same thing Paul said. You said the same thing, brother. And we all were like, huh? Like, what is going on here? Like, how is that possible? And don't get me wrong, I understand the severity of Tua's case and all that, but this man, like you say, he looked like a Rocky movie, laid out on the field, then he gets up, excuse me, goes into the
tent,
and then he's right back on. What was that?
That was a lame ass excuse.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%.
Yeah, man.
And just so if anyone's wondering, our brother Tom would have been here tonight, but he had no voice left.
I believe it. I believe it. Yeah, he was in the Bronx with.
He was at the Yankees game. That's why.
Yeah.
Well, between the Yankees game and yesterday's game,
Well, there wasn't a whole lot to be yelling about unless you were yelling and angry yesterday. So.
Well, no, I'll say this though, John, and this
Yeah.
is what I'll say. Russell was at the
Shake
game.
Money. What's going on, my brother? Shake Money.
What's up, Shay? What's up, brother? But yeah,
Take money.
So,
But,
Shake,
yeah,
how do you feel, Shake, about the whole Josh Allen non-concussion protocol?
Oh well.
You got to admit that's some BS.
I didn't see. I really didn't see what happened, so I can't really speak on it.
He got knocked down cold. Took him off the field, put him in the tent, smelling salts, and right back on the field.
He got knocked the fuck out. Yeah, that was too. He would have stayed. Yeah, he would have stayed out of the game.
Well, they would have made him stay out. Buffalo put that one right back in. And he was knocked down cold. He wasn't moving at all.
cold.
No,
no,
he
no,
was.
Who did they play? Who did they play anyway? I forgot.
Houston. They played Houston.
Oh, they played Houston. That's right.
And Houston came out the last seconds and made that field goal to win the game.
All I know is they lost. Buffalo lost, and I'm happy.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're the only ones that won, actually, in our division.
absolutely. And that was huge. That's huge. Going into the bye, being the only team that won this week, that's huge. Because, like I said, we would have been in the bottom of the barrel, and that's where New England is sitting right now. And I don't
Well, we
think
could be tied for first place if we played a better game last week.
you ain't never lie on that, brother.
Because Buffalo, Jets, and New England all lost last week too.
I know. I get a lot of people are saying things that look pretty, that wasn't impressive. No. To me personally, they bounced back, they persevered, and they actually sat there and started playing a little physical. And that's what's going to take. That's what it's going to take for us to start winning, not only now, but in November and December, for us to get to the next echelon and actually get into the playoff. You're going to have to play somewhat of a smash mouth type of football. If you don't, it is going to be an early out for us. So I think McDaniel and I think that coaching staff starting to feel like, you know what, we got to start punching some people in the mouth. And that's the only way we're going to sit there and be successful during this year.
Run the rock, bro. Run it.
The rock, man. You know,
I mean, they ran it 40 times and averaged just over 4 yards. So I mean,
I like that. I like that a lot. I really do. And I mean, if it wasn't for penalties, one penalty by Hill, if it wasn't for him, Jalen Wright would have had, I think, was a 20, 30 yard run. And it was a beautiful run, too. But it was called back due to Julian Hill and his penalty. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, man. So, I mean, I seen some things in that game. What's up, EM? I seen some things that definitely should sit there and be corrected, but I'm going to take this victory. I love the fact that I can walk down the street with my jersey on. I love the fact that we was the only team and Philly didn't play this weekend, so I got a chance to wear my shit with pride and to see my Phillies win too. Hey, listen, life is good right now.
Yep.
Someone's got to take up slack for Phillips now on defense.
Jalen Wright averaged 6.6 yards per carry.
Woo!
13 attempts, 86 yards.
I like that.
Mostert averaged 4.2 yards per carry with 19 attempts and 80 yards.
So you
I'll
literally
take
got
that all day, every day.
You got over 160 yards
That's
rushing.
pretty good.
That's beautiful.
And don't forget, Javon Holland, I think, was out in the cast. I think he's out. Isn't
Yeah,
Javon Holland?
I think he's out. Yeah. Yeah, we've lost two people. Oh.
Yeah, but how's Javon out? He's a safety. He could play with a cast on his hand.
We had 193 yards in rushing.
Nice. I like that stat. And our defense played really well because Jacoby didn't even get over 120 or 130 yards. If he did, it was maybe 150 something, maybe if that. They kept him in check. So I'm like this. Yeah, we do have a lot of work to do, gentlemen, and I do agree with that. And it wasn't pretty, but I'm like this. To see what they did, they actually sat there and shout out to Jason Sanders. I think you can't kick anything in the 40s. You kick everything 47 and higher than that. Because when he kicked the ball, I was like, oh boy. When he hit the damn cross, hit the bar, I was like, oh no. But then it was from 50 something, and he nailed it with each.
We had 193 yards or 194 yards in passing.
Oh, that's equal balance. There you go. 193 rushing, 194 passing. Come on. You know.
And by the way, John, we don't have any more Nick Banacatis that will play with cast on.
What's that?
I said we don't have no more Nick Banacatis that will play with a cast on.
There's plenty of guys that have played in the NFL play with a cast on.
Absolutely. You see,
I know there is, but I guarantee you Holland ain't one of them.
No, hey, listen, he probably not. It is what it is. This is it's a contract year for him. He's gonna sit out, or unless you're gonna show your toughness and show not just the Miami Dolphins but other teams that you're gonna get out there no matter what. So if you know it's a contract year and you know you need to get your butt out there and show that he's, with your toughness, bruh, you need to do what you got to do.
Yep.
Well, the good thing is this week we don't have to pick win or lose, but that's 10 games in a row. I'm going to say this, and you can put lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I love the fact that our show that we can talk Miami Dolphin football, but then we can talk about other teams coming up this week. So we can sit there and concentrate on them and sit there and see what's going on with them as well. So, our boys get to sit back, relax, work out, rest, practice, and do things that they need to do to improve before they go to Indy. But we get to check out the whole rest of the league and see what they're doing this week.
Yeah, we gotta hope Houston beats New England and Jets and Buffalo tie.
Absolutely. What's the Thursday night game? Anybody know right offhand?
No, I haven't looked.
Paul, do you know, Paul? Paul stepped away.
Give me a second.
Computer will work that fast. Oh dear.
Seattle, San Fran.
Ooh, divisional game. Well, we can say this. San Fran pissed off from what Arizona did to him this past Sunday. So, and that's another divisional game. So that's back-to-back divisional games for the San Francisco 49ers. So it should be interesting to see how that's going to play out. For real. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys. When we face Arizona, that's not the same old Arizona team that everybody thinks.
Not at all.
Not, bro. Oh, my God. They is no joke. None. And they're definitely playing with a chip on their shoulder. Definitely.
And if we can't score, it's going to be another long day sitting in the stand.
Long day, brother, listen. Oh, don't worry. I'm going to ease the pain before we go in there. That's not going to be a problem. So I'm going to be fine. I already got my method already set up. So trust and believe. I'll be already ready, Johnny, for real. But I'm like this, we got to see what we're going to do against Indy, and we'll see what we do against them. And then, hopefully we come unscathed, no injuries, and come out with a victory over there, because that's a hostile environment to play in. So, should we come out with the victory? Yeah, but it's going to probably be somewhat like the game that we watched just the other day. It's going to be physical. You have to make your opponent. All right. The way I would explain it is this: it'd be one of those type of games where it's a fight where it's strategical. Nobody wants to get counterpunched. Nobody wants to really sit there and give their opponent anything. And it's going to be one of those games that it's just not going to be pretty to watch. It's just not. A whole bunch of fighting on the inside, not a lot of lackluster stuff to us, but it'll be very important things that you have to look, the little things. Whoever's going to do the little things the best will win this game. And whoever commits the least penalties will win this game. But I know this. Somebody needs to sit there and talk to Mr. Crossman, because I don't know what's going on with that. I have no idea, man. Like, I don't know, man. I don't get it. And special teams is a problem. Special teams is still a problem. And I just pray it doesn't come down. And I just pray it doesn't come down to the end of the season, and we have to depend on our special teams. And our special teams is the reason why that we lose the game.
The Bills are playing the Jets next Monday.
0-0 tie. 0-0 tie. We already said 0-0 tie. There you go. I don't like the Bills. I don't like the Jets, and I definitely don't like the Patriots. So tie, loss, lose, don't care. You know what I mean?
Well, I just
Actually,
I had to take a phone call.
Jets, actually.
I just want to state, receiving wise, yesterday, Hill, Smith, and Waddle all averaged over 11 yards per carry.
Good.
Smith actually averaged 12.4. Waddle and Hill both averaged 11.5. I mean, Mostert averaged 9. So it was all good yardage for all of them.
Absolutely. The only thing I worry about is Huntley getting receivers killed, because he almost got a couple of receivers killed the other day. You know, that's the only thing I worry about. I mean, I understand you're trying to get the ball, and I understand you're trying to make plays with your arm before you your feet. I get it. I definitely get it. But please consider your receivers and your tight ends, because the one play I wish we could have got back was the play that he fit, excuse me, in between the safety and the corner, where he had Janu Smith right there, and he just overthrew him just by a tad. Just by a tad. And that would have been a great play for us.
Is that the one where Jonnu Smith slowed down, though?
I think. Here's the thing. I don't know.
Yeah, he slowed down. I think
Jonnu slowed down on his run. If he would have kept running, he'd have caught the ball.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I don't. Yeah, it was that play. It was that play. So, but yeah, man, I'm happy. I'm happy we got a win. I'm happy that we can sit there and talk about things on the Miami Dolphins after a victory for the next 2 weeks before we face Indy. And all we can do, gentlemen, is just improve from here. I mean, they got to build from this point on. I think McDaniel, that coaching staff and players, I think they understand that this is just a step. Yeah, it wasn't pretty, but guess what? We got the win, and that's what matters. That's the most important thing that matters, is the W. So we'll see what they're going to do, what game plan they're going to have for Indy. I think we're going to get shit together, since we now have 2 weeks to get prepared for them. So I think we're going to start getting this ball rolling, gentlemen. I really believe so. And I have the faith that they do, because, yeah, hypothetically, Tua's supposed to be back week 8. Hopefully he can come back week 8. If not, at least we have a quarterback that's out there that has some type of connection with the players, and it starts to get the timing down with the players. And that are the most important pieces, timing and the connection with these wide receivers and the tight ends. Mostert helped out a lot. Chan helped out a lot. Wright helped out a lot. We're lucky to have 2 to 3 running backs that can actually catch the ball also, not just one. three. We have three running backs that can catch the ball. So,
Yes, sir.
I think that's a major plus, and that's a major advantage to us. We got like 10 minutes left. So I'm excited to see what the future holds for us. Yes, we need work. I would say this. I wouldn't give a shit if we blew them the fuck out yesterday. Every week you need work. Every week you need some constructive criticism. Every week you need to sit there and hear, well, look, this was good, but every week, to us to get to the caliber that we need to be to back to that promised land of not just getting in the playoffs, but actually sitting there and being a threat in the playoffs, we have to take baby steps. So I'll sit there and take this victory, ugly or not, and pray that these gentlemen sit there and do the necessary things to have be done to go to the next level in the next week, which will be 2 weeks against Indy in Indianapolis. So.
And John, you're going to that game?
Yeah, Tom and I are both going. We fly out Friday.
I think Finn Evil is going to that game also.
Yeah.
I think Finn Evil is going to that game. Are you going to that game too, Shay?
Yeah, I got my plane tickets. I'm gonna be there Friday night, leaving Sunday night.
Well, y'all make sure y'all bring us home a dub.
Exactly. And I mean, excuse me, Mr. Johnny L, you could do a podcast, and I know Paul might be busy, and I know I'm going to be busy on Saturday, but you guys could do a TFTG WCFL connection podcast, and I could definitely watch. I would love that.
Color does play-by-play.
Well, I just want to give a shout out. I got to thank everybody who's been sending donations, whether it's actual cash or products. I want to thank everybody. As of right now, still, I am not going to North Carolina. I am staying here and cooking and using supplies here where it's going to be needed here.
Yeah, and the way it's looking, you're going to need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys are getting the. I'm gonna get some residual of it, but you guys are getting the direct hit.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were in Tampa, Shake.
No, I'm 2 hours south of him.
2 hours south. Okay. All right. So what? Fort Myers?
Yeah, something like that, around that area. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm in the Sarasota area, around that area.
Okay.
Shoot, Shay.
Yeah, so I'm in that. I'm in the cone, pretty much. Put it that way.
You're in the cone until it gets closer. We'll know more tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, for anybody down there, stay safe, do the smart thing. Keep yourself out of trouble.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. I continue to say, my thoughts and prayers to everybody that's in this path, not just in the path, that everybody that's going to be affected, and just pray that it doesn't. I'm praying that it's not as bad as they're predicting it to be. But if it is, please hunker down or get out. Please do not try to sit there. I mean, I understand, Paul, you have a lot, and I understand your situation. But if you do have a chance to evacuate, please evacuate. If you know that their structure is not going to be strong enough, please try to find somewhere of higher land or a better structure, so at least you can sit there and be somewhere safe, and let the storm pass through. We had, I think the only hurricane that we had, and I really probably can think that we experienced in Philly, was Gloria, and that was eons ago. But we got the remnants of it, and it wasn't really as bad. We got maybe about 80 or 90 mile an hour winds in the city, but that's nothing compared to 100+ mile an hour winds, and then in open land and different things like that, and by large body of water. So, I'm definitely just, I'm sending my thoughts and prayers out, man, and I'm really praying that this storm is not as bad as what they're predicting it to be.
Well, to all my friends and family in the area, my Finn family, my family, my friends, after this hurricane passes by, if you want to come out and help me cook and stuff like that, just come on and give me a shout. My phone number is readily available, 352-573-8637. It's readily available 24/7. It's on Facebook. Give me a call and give me a hand, because we're going to be actually got some people helping me out. Diana going to be going from delivering food from house to house, because there's some places that's just from the last storm that they lost their vehicles. So they have no transportation to get around or anything. So, yeah, we can set up a place to cook and serve food. But if they can't get there, how are they going to get their food? So we're going to work on trying delivering some food too.
Right.
So all hands on deck, basically.
Absolutely.
What?
The time to shine.
Yeah, as the wife says, time to shine.
Absolutely. We got less than 3 minutes left. How you want to end the show, Paul?
However, John Featherland, you got anything last to say?
I'll just I'll just say the same thing. Anybody in this path of this hurricane, be careful.
Any last words, Shake Money?
None. Just be safe out there. That's all.
What do you got coming up this week, Shake Money?
Nothing, because it's the bye week. Well, and that, and obviously, the days I do shows, we're gonna be going through a hurricane, so I really can't do anything until after the storm. And hopefully, if I have electricity, then right now, as of now, I don't have anything until further notice.
Right.
Okay, well, other than that, everybody have a blessed night, a blessed week. Stay safe, everybody. No matter where you are, stay safe. And peace, love, and fins up, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Peace, love, and fins up, all.
Peace, love, fins up.